Colorado State University released their 2026 hurricane season forecast on April 9th. 13 named storms, 6 hurricanes, 2 major hurricanes. They're calling it below average. And every homeowner in a storm-prone state just breathed a sigh of relief, which is exactly the wrong reaction. What nobody seems to remember is that 2025 was also called below average, 13 named storms. And that below average season produced 3 Category 5 hurricanes, including Hurricane Melissa at 185 miles per hour, one of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes ever recorded. The 2024 season gave us Hurricane Helene, which killed over 230 people, and Hurricane Milton, which caused $50 billion in damage across Central Florida. Both hit during a season forecasters called moderate. So why does this matter for your wallet right now? Because a whole house standby generator is one of those purchases where the price you pay depends entirely on when you buy it. And if you wait until the first named storm forms in the Atlantic, you will pay thousands more for the same equipment, or you won't be able to get one at all. I spent an embarrassing number of hours reading through the Gentech Power forums, Electrician Talk, the Mike Holt forums, and about 400 contractor pricing pages to put together what I'm about to tell you. And some of what I found made me genuinely angry on behalf of every homeowner who's about to write a 5-figure check without knowing what the installers know. So here's what nobody at the home improvement store is going to tell you. The number one thing to understand about whole house standby generators is that the sticker price on the unit is a lie by omission. Generac's website lists their most popular model, the 22 kilowatt Guardian, at $6,309. Bundled with a 200 amp smart transfer switch that becomes $7,369. And most people look at that number and think that's what they're going to spend. It's not even close. The generator itself represents only 40 to 50% of your total project cost. Once you add the concrete pad, the gas line extension, the electrical work, the automatic transfer switch, permits, and labor, the national average for a 22 kilowatt system fully installed is $13,000 to $15,000. In the Northeast, you're looking at $12,000 to $20,000. California pushes $14,000 to $22,000 because of Title 24 compliance requirements. Even in the Midwest, which is the best value market, you're still spending $9,000 to $15,000 all in. And there's one cost that blindsides almost everyone: your gas meter. A 20 kilowatt generator adds over 200,000 BTU of gas demand, and most residential meters can't handle it. In Indianapolis, the utility upgrades it for free. In Michigan, it's about $650. But in Houston, one homeowner reported that the meter upgrade triggered a cascade of required plumbing work, pressure testing, new regulators, and state inspections that pushed costs so far over budget they had to downsize from a 20 kilowatt to a 10 kilowatt unit. If you're wondering how that's even possible, so is everyone else. Now let's talk about the brand that dominates this market. Generac holds roughly 75% of the residential standby generator market. You see their name at Home Depot. You see their ads everywhere. And if you walk into most stores and ask what to buy, someone will point you toward a Generac. What nobody knew at the time was that professional installers have a private nickname for the brand. They call them Genejunk. And I'm not making that up. That comes directly from an industry insider commenting on a class action lawsuit page who wrote that Generac dealers literally use that term and that most of them would never install one on their own home. Pay attention to this next part because it explains everything. In October 2024, a class action lawsuit was filed in federal court in Florida targeting Generac's most popular residential models, the 22 and 24 kilowatt units sold from 2021 through 2024. The lawsuit alleges a manufacturing defect that accelerates wear on the alternator slip rings and carbon brushes, causing premature power failure. The telltale symptom is error code 1902, which means low voltage. The lead plaintiff, James Dawson, bought a 24 kilowatt Generac in March 2022. It failed after just 30 minutes during Hurricane Ian. 30 minutes. His family spent the next week without power while the generator sat in his yard, useless. Forum reports from technicians confirm the pattern. One technician said he received over 20 calls with the exact same error code 1902 on newer units. A Gentech Power Forum tech confirmed the series is, quote, known for busting brushes. And if that were the only problem, Generac might have survived it. The control board failures are arguably worse because they're more expensive and harder to diagnose. The Evolution controller handles voltage regulation, battery charging, and system monitoring. When it fails, you're looking at $450 to over $1,000 just for the part, plus $150 to $240 for the truck roll, plus 2 to 3 hours of labor. And the voltage regulator is built into the motherboard, so you can't replace just the failed component. You replace the whole board or you don't fix it. Then there's a failure mode that's almost invisible. The battery charger circuit is integrated into that same controller. When it fails, your starting battery quietly drains over 1 to 2 weeks, and the generator silently becomes unable to start. Multiple homeowners reported replacing batteries 2 and 3 times before someone finally diagnosed the actual problem, which was the charger circuit on the control board. If you're trying to keep all these specs and model numbers straight while you're actually shopping, I put a full generator breakdown inside the No BS Buyer's Vault. Scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description and pinned comment. Here's where it gets interesting. The component most likely to fail during an actual storm isn't the engine or the control board, it's the automatic transfer switch, the part that detects the power outage and switches your house from utility power to generator power. Generac uses what electricians call a dumb switch design, where the intelligence lives in the generator's controller, not the switch itself. So if the generator controller fails, the transfer switch can't operate even if the switch is perfectly fine. Kohler and Cummins use smarter architectures, and about 40% of all transfer switch service calls turn out to be something as simple as a tripped internal breaker that the homeowner didn't even know existed. So what do the people who install these things every day actually buy when they're spending their own money? I went through every major electrician and contractor forum I could find. Electrician Talk, Mike Holt, Garage Journal, Green Tractor Talk, Boggleheads, even TechZags. The pattern is overwhelming. On Garage Journal, an installer who services generators professionally wrote that Cummins makes the absolute best home standby generator available. On Green Tractor Talk, an installer who puts in over 24 generators per year said they mainly try to sell Kohler, because from working on all the brands constantly, Kohlers are built better. On Electrician Talk, one electrician described installing Generac by saying he came home and cried in the shower. That's the kind of number that makes accountants cry, except in this case, it's electricians. A 30-year veteran Generac installer told a customer on Consumer Affairs that he switched to recommending Kohler because Kohlers are simply better now. And on TechZags, a homeowner's trusted electrician, someone who has installed both brands for years, said to spend some extra and buy Kohler after experiencing numerous service calls on Generac units. So here are my 3 recommendations at 3 different price points, and I'd spend my own money on one of these. If your budget is tight and you need the most protection per dollar, the Champion 14 kilowatt AXEs with a 200 amp transfer switch lists at $4,999. Champion includes a 10-year warranty standard, which is double every competitor. It runs at 62 to 63 decibels, the quietest in the category. Their AXES platform uses powerline carrier technology that communicates through your existing home wiring, which actually reduces installation cost because the electrician doesn't have to run dedicated control wires. The honest caveat is that Champion has a thinner dealer and service network than Generac or Kohler, so check availability in your area before you commit. If you want the most popular size and don't mind doing maintenance, the Generac Guardian 22 kilowatt T bundled with a 200 amp smart transfer switch at $7,369 is still a defensible choice. Generac has the largest service network in the country, which matters when you need a repair during a storm. Their newest 20, 25, and 2026 models added cellular connectivity and longer service intervals. The honest caveat is that Generac engines require valve adjustments after the first 25 hours and then every 400 hours, costing $350 to $500 per service visit. Over 15 years, that's $1,500 to $2,500 in maintenance that Kohler owners never pay. If you want what the installers buy for their own homes, the Kohler 20 kilowatt with 200 amp transfer switch at approximately $6,649 is, in my opinion, the most underrated option in the entire category. Kohler uses hydraulic valve lifters that eliminate those recurring adjustments. Their warranty covers 5 years or 2,000 hours, including parts, labor, and travel, which is substantially better than Generac's parts-only coverage. The enclosures are rated to 181 mile-per-hour winds, and their Command Pro commercial-grade engines are heavier and more robust. The honest caveat is that Kohler recently spun off into a separate company called Relco, and some dealers are still navigating the transition. Confirm your local dealer is fully set up with the new entity before you sign anything. Now, for the single most valuable thing I can tell you in this entire video, and it costs less than $30. Go to your generator's transfer switch and check the internal battery. If it's more than 3 years old, replace it now. A fresh deep cycle battery costs about $20 to $25. Then make sure your generator's weekly exercise cycle is actually running, because a transfer switch that sits idle for months can corrode, bind, or simply refuse to activate when you actually need it. That $25 battery and that weekly exercise cycle prevent more generator failures than any extended warranty you can buy. One more thing. If you're buying before June, you'll find 0% financing for 12 to 24 months. Manufacturer rebates and installation slots that take days to schedule instead of months. After Hurricane Milton hit Florida in October 2024, Generator Supercenter of Tampa Bay received over 5,500 phone calls in a single day. Their phone system crashed. Installation wait times jumped from weeks to months across the entire Southeast. Every dollar of savings from buying in spring disappears the moment the first named storm forms in the Atlantic. Buy now. Not because of fear, because the math is better. Anyway, that's that. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these videos, so click it. And if you made it to the end, hit subscribe. I cover this stuff every week so you don't waste your money.